So intelligence. If you had to give me your best definition of intelligence, what would you say?
It's like to direct your own thinking based on like things that happen to you, what you learn, and your experiences.
Perfect. So it's not just thinking, it's that you can direct thinking and understanding based on what you have learned. Good. So how do we test something like intelligence?
Well, there's the IQ test.
Perfect. So the main way of testing intelligence is through IQ tests, which stands for, do you know?
Intelligence quotient.
Yes. Intelligence quotient. Perfect. So there are two types of IQ tests. Do you know what they are?
No, I'm not familiar with them.
Okay, they are ratio IQ and deviation IQ. These are the type of tests that we do. Now, basically all this is a different formula that we use for each to grade somebody's intelligence. So how you do ratio IQ is that you take their mental age. So let's say their mental age was like 32. And then you divide their mental age by their actual age. So let's say their actual age was 25. Whatever that equals, you multiply it times 100, and that equals their IQ score. Now, deviation IQ is done a little bit different. We take their test score, so if we were to actually give them an IQ test, like solve these problems and fill in this, and things like that, we take their average, hang on, let me label this real quick. Okay, we take that person's score. So let's say their score was a 50, and this is not according to any actual test, we're just doing it for an example. And then you divide it by the average score, so let's say the average score was 42, and then you multiply that times 100, and that is their IQ score. Makes sense?
Yeah, I just have a question. Curious for kids that have disabilities and stuff.
Yeah.
A child that has the mental capacity of an 8-year-old, but they're actually 30 years old or something like that. Is that how they
Yeah, that would be a way that they measure somebody's IQ, like they have the intelligence. We don't necessarily measure things like behavior, because a kid that has a physical disability or even a different mental disability can be extremely smart beyond their years, but still act and think like somebody below their years.
Yeah.
So this is sincerely based off intelligence. So 22-year-olds that are extremely smart may have the intelligence age of a 50-year-old. Lots more life experience, lots more learned, and then we multiply that by 100. That make sense?
I was just curious.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's how we figure that out. Okay. So why do we care to measure people's intelligence?
Well, I guess, just my own opinion, I think you would want to know how, you think, how you understand things. You would want to know that for yourself.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. Really the reason that psychologists want to study other people's intelligence, is because there are so many things that result from knowing your intelligence. For example, how high your IQ score is directly correlates with how much education you are projected to receive. Even if they test you in 2nd grade, they can pretty much predict whether are you going to graduate high school, are you going to go to college, are you going to go to grad school, what degree are you going to get, what kind of job you'll have. What social class you'll be in. So many people want to talk about how, intelligence isn't everything, that like street smarts is important and world experience is important, and that's true. But we know that intelligence is definitely important, and that it definitely does matter when we can predict everything from this to this
Yeah.
based on an IQ score. And that most of the time, they're right. Okay, so any questions on just the quick basics of intelligence? Alrighty.